back, Worship Warriors. Thank you for tuning in. This video I am so excited to finally be doing. I have been working on this project for at least 6 months, easily 6 months. There was a friend who sent me a link to this song, Strike the Ground, which I had never heard before, and I loved it. We are in a season of battle, and so right now, the songs that keep coming up are warrior type songs, which is super exciting for us, of course, considering our name, Worship Warriors. Now is the time for the Worship Warriors. And so when I heard the song, I was like, yes, I am so doing a dance for this. And in fact, she even asked if I could do a flag routine. I was like, girl, yes, of course I can do a flag routine, but I see even more than that. So hopefully when I get the chance, when I find the time, I will also be able to choreograph a staff routine. I'm so looking forward to that. But in the process of choreographing this dance, the reason it took me so long is because I instantly knew that there needed to be men in this dance, not just women. And the Father was very clear about that. So I knew that I was going to have a special kind of flag in it. And I just wasn't really getting anywhere with it. We were also having trouble making rods for the men. And finally, also, the Father gave me a design for a special pair of flags that we called Warrior. And I just happened to be walking through the store, the fabric store, and stumbled on this black fabric. And it felt light enough to be able to turn into flags. And so I immediately bought enough fabric to make just one pair of flags and tried working on it. I started off with just doing the regular half circle flags, but I knew that there needed to be some kind of design on there that represented a warrior. In the process of doing that, trying to figure that out, the Father said to me, Sheen. Sheen is a Hebrew letter. It means to devour, to chew. And I was like, boy, that is perfect. That would be perfect for these flags. They definitely seem to represent warrior. They also look like fire. So I got busy trying to put that design on the flags. And initially I thought that I was going to use fabric paint, but that turned out it just did not look the way I wanted it to look. And so I put it off to the side for like at least a month, maybe 2, and prayed about it for a long time. I'm going to be honest, I was very frustrated. And finally, I was like, well, I'm just going to cut it out of fabric using gold and just sew it on. So that's what I did. I just sewed it onto the flags. And when I was finished, I was like, this is perfect. And when I was finishing that up, I was also thinking about the ladies. What kind of flag should they have? Through confirmation of even my husband, it was almost like simultaneously we were talking about it, and simultaneously we were like, let's do fire and water. And I have 2 flags already that represent both of those. One is the waters of purification, and the other flags are the chariots of fire. And so I was like, that is so perfect. And then we started to notice in our congregation one of the men who was really becoming very passionate about dance. And he was asking me a ton of questions about the different steps in the dance. And I was like, I need to start paying attention to this guy. And Travis and I talked a whole bunch about it. And we were like, let's watch him and see what he does. He started also leading some of the dances during worship. And then he started choreographing his own stuff. And I was like, yep, this one's anointed. This one is totally chosen by our Father. And I said, babe, get ready, because I think we're going to be training him real soon. Sure enough, when I finished the flags finally, I thought I was going to give them to my husband. But he has a lot of issues with his shoulder. And so a lot of the flag moves he just cannot do. I was like, okay, Father, is this really for Travis, or are you wanting this to be for somebody else? Generally, what I do when I make a set of flags is there's always somebody that Father wants me to bless with them. literally the very last day when I finished those flags, he said to me, I want you to give these to my servant David. And I instantly, of course, knew who he was talking about. I was like, this makes so much sense. And so I took it to him that Shabbat, and I said, do you mind if I take some photos of you with the flags? And he totally was like, yes, please do. I am so honored. He was very thrilled. And so then we got to talking, and I was like, would you be willing to learn this dance? And he picked it up so fast. I was incredibly impressed. There are certain things that we had to teach him, of course, because some of the moves are very advanced. And also my friend Carol jumped on the bandwagon. When I sent it to her, she was like, I have got to be in this dance. Please let me do this one. So everything came together so perfectly. And we all just started getting together at a park in between all three of us and started practicing. And it was only about 2 or 3 practices that we had to get together to do this song and dance. I mean, it just happened so fast. And about the 3rd time we got together, it was already time to start shooting. And I was like, wow, I know for sure this is what the Father wants to be done at this time, because it's been asked of me quite a few times of several people who didn't even know that I was doing a dance for it. It's been asked of me to make a flag routine. And so now is definitely the perfect time. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and wait for more, because one of these days we will be offering this up for one of the High Holy Days. I don't know which one. I don't know when. Whenever the Father tells us to. So stay tuned for that.
There's a dance that's in your chair. You've given us the rhythm. Now we're stirring up the heavens. Bring the rain. There's a dance that's in your chair. You've given us the rhythm. Now we're stirring up the heavens. Bring the rain. trust.